Hi Comic-Conners, my name is Tony Kim, aka Crazy for Comic-Con, and welcome to the 2015 SDCC Survival Guide brought to you by the Nerdtastic team of Shout Factory. San Diego Comic-Con is just weeks away, and it's time to do some serious schedule planning. One of the most common questions I get in these final days is how to get into a panel. With all the talk of getting in line hours before or even camping out overnight, it can be pretty overwhelming, especially if you've never been there before. Lining up for a panel is more of an art than a science. So here's some tips to consider while planning your schedule. If you want to experience the mother of all panel rooms, then Hall H should be at the top of your list. This cavernous beast holds over 6,500 victims in her belly, making her the largest comic convention panel in the galaxy. But it's not for the faint of heart. Hall H has the infamous reputation of all-night camping, so to get into this room, it's a real commitment. The line officially forms after the last panel of each day and will continue to build throughout the night. Last year, Comic-Con created the Hall H wristband system. Every couple of hours in the evening, a color-coded wristband will be given out to indicate which group you're in. No one will be allowed in the first panel without a wristband. So once you have one, a member of your group will stay in line to save your spot. It's anxiety-inducing, but once you have a wristband, you can sleep easy. The most popular day will be Saturday, but it looks like Thursday will be just as busy with the return of Doctor Who. But once you're in, you'll be happier than a BB-8 ball droid. Next is Ballroom 20. Seating around 4,000 fans, the camping culture has crept in since it hosts the major TV panels. A warning to campers, the B20 line is on concrete, so it makes for a rough night of sleep. While campers start around midnight, you should be able to get into the room if you line up around 5 a.m. Now, 6BCF and Indigo Ballroom. These are the next two largest spaces, holding 2,100 and 2,500 respectively. Because 6BCF is nestled in the heart of programming, it tends to stay consistently full throughout the day. Lines are long, with wait times being a few hours. The Indigo Ballroom has been the easiest big room to get into in the past few years. Since you have to leave the convention center and trek over to the Hilton Bayfront, it tends to attract less traffic. All the rest of the panel rooms stay consistently full, so expect to line up a couple hours before just to be safe. And now some final tips. Remember, work in pairs, so one person can stand in line while another checks on other rooms. Remember your Comic-Con survival kit. You'll need a sleeping bag, small pillow, snacks, and extra power to make it through the night or early morning. Always have a plan A, B, and C, because you will only be able to get into about half the rooms, and so you want to be flexible and fast. And lastly, make new friends in line and offer to help each other, because we're one big happy family after all. In conclusion, I know this is all kind of crazy talk about programming at Comic-Con, but it really is awesome. Programming will make some of the most memorable experiences at Comic-Con. We want to hear your panel tips, so leave it in the comment sections below. Make sure to like and share this video, and click on my mug to subscribe. Remember, you can get more tips at crazyforcomiccon.com. See you in a few weeks, and live long and stay crazy.
My first time at Comic-Con was in the summer of 2011. I had just graduated college, and I decided as a graduation present to myself, I wanted to go to San Diego for Comic-Con. So I went and I spent the entire weekend waiting in lines, which I loved. Most people might not like waiting in lines, but I thought it was great because I got to hang out and meet other fans from around the world, and I got to see some awesome panels. But by far my favorite line to wait in was for the Nerdist podcast, because I got to be in the second row and see Matt Smith, and afterwards he gave everyone in the audience a burrito. And it's moments like that that make me look forward to Comic-Con every year, and I cannot wait for the next one.